Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds, and let's talk about the world of beekeeping books. Now, you're probably thinking, this is not going to be that great of a beekeeping video, but actually I think it is. There's a lot of different components that it takes to become a successful beekeeper, and information is very critical. You cannot learn everything from a book. You definitely can't learn everything from YouTube, and you can't learn everything just by yourself. It's taken us hundreds of years, if not longer, to get to where we are beekeeping information-wise, and it's taken thousands of men and women to compile the information to be where we're at. It's fascinating, and I absolutely love it. Also, hey, we're going to be giving away this Dadant smoker. It's made here in the USA. I think they're the best smokers, and I don't get paid to say that stuff. I just really like them. I always have. But we're going to be giving that away. We'll be telling you how to do that at the end of the video. So, when I got into beekeeping 17 years ago, this was the first bee book that I purchased. And, it was just the first one. I didn't know if it was great or not. It really was a great purchase. And you can still get these at Walter T. Kelly. They're like $7 or $8, I think, still. Very, very cheap. And I think one of the best beginner beekeeping books. It's very nuts and bolts. It's a little old, but it still works. It's still good. I read this book from time to time because there's information in here that even someone that's got a couple hundred colonies can benefit from a book like this. And again, the price is very good. It's a very good beginner beekeeping book. It's not just like, going to walk you through this is a hive tool and this is all that stuff. It's going to explain that a little bit, but this is going to get you up and running quickly. I think some of the beginner beekeeping books are a little bit too basic. This book is trying to get you out of that basic stage and get you to the successful stage. One of the reasons I like it, and it's cheap. Some of these books, I'm going to be leaving a link in the comments below. Some of them you can find on Amazon. Some of these you cannot find at beekeeping supply stores. You'll have to check. We're going to try to leave a link for every one of these video books because I just think they're excellent. Now this right here is the fundamental book area. So this one's great for beginners. Going to that next stage, if you're wanting to learn how to split your bees, which is very natural and I think very important, this book by Dr. Lawrence Connor is excellent. And a lot of his books have really, really good pictures, good graphs. They're very easy to read. That's why I like the How to Keep Bees and Sell Honey as well. They're excellent books as far as being able to just read and understand what they're saying. Also, Lawrence Connor has this one on queen rearing. It is excellent. It has some great photos. You can see the cells on the front, but it just has tons of really good photos. And here, there's a virgin queen right there, and it's all throughout. There's just great information, recipes. These, if you're wanting to become, go from beginning to kind of getting a sustainable apiary really quickly and getting to raising your own queens, this is a great set of 3 books right here. And I really like all of them. I still pull these out from time to time and just kind of browse through a couple of the key parts of these books. Now, we have several other books over here. And again, I've got a bunch more bee books, but these are just the most useful to me. Over here, I'm going to get to this one really quick. This is just a diagnosis beekeeping book, The Common Honeybee Diseases. It's a little bit pricey, but if you have a virus problem, like the deformed wing virus, or you have brood diseases, this book gives you information on it, and it also is going to give you really good laminated pictures so you can go out to your bee yard, see what you're experiencing, and compare it in here. It's got all the common bee diseases. If you're needing information on that, that is a great tool. All right, let's get to some of the fun books right here. So I love reading. I love history too. Makes me kind of weird for my age group, but hey, I'm a beekeeper, so everyone expects me to be weird at this point. And when your parents name you Kamon, nobody expects anything normal out of you. All right, this book right here was given to me by one of my beekeeping buddies. He found it at a library that was getting rid of it. What an enjoyable book. I had never heard of it before. I got this several years ago, and if you're wanting to get just cool information about bees, cool information about honey, this is the book to read on one of those rainy days. It reads very easy, loaded full of information. It's kind of older, but it's not that old. It's still, the reading is very easy. It's got recipes in here. If it's a rainy day, this is a perfect book. It's kind of a little hard to locate, but I'm going to leave a link in the comments pinned below. The World of Bees is one of my favorites, and I just usually pick a chapter periodically and read one because it's just an enjoyable read. All right, now back to some more fundamentals, but kind of classic fundamental books. This one right here is a little bit more intermediate advanced, and it is Honey in the Comb. Now, it's about comb honey production by the Killian family, but I'm telling you, if you can produce comb honey like they do in this video, you're going to be able to keep your bees healthy. You're going to be just fine because it takes a lot of work to manage this many colonies, as many as they did, to produce that much comb honey. That is just chock full of fundamental beekeeping information, and I think it's great. I also think they have a DVD, actually I know they do, that goes kind of along with this book. So I really like this one, but it's a little bit more advanced. You know, it's not, you know, this is a hive body or anything like that, or this is a honey super. This one right here is one of my written by one of my beekeeping heroes, G.M. Doolittle. He came up with the queen rearing system that we use today, and it goes through the whole discovering process. One of the problems maybe with these two books right here is the terminology and verbiage is quite different than what we typically use, for better or for worse, and I really enjoy it, but you can't really read these quickly, but they're very educational. This is Beekeeping at Buckfast Abbey with Brother Adam. He's a renowned queen rearing guru over in Europe, and it's a great read. Also has some really good stuff on mead in the back as well. But these books right here, there's still a ton of useful information in them, but they're a little bit, you know, older fashioned in the way that they're written, but I really enjoy those books as well. So here's a group of books that I think are great. Here's one thing that I think is excellent as well. I have a hard copy of it, but it is out on loan, so I couldn't put it in here. It's kind of like The World of Bees, but it has a little bit more fundamental information. Swarm trapping, why bees swarm, how they decide where they go, and that is Dr. Thomas Ely's The Honeybee Democracy, but I do have a copy on my phone through Audible. I'm going to have a link in the comments below as well. You can get this book free and really support our channel at the same time. You don't spend a dime. It's a great thing that really helps us out. And you don't even have to get that book. You can get a book on some other beekeeping information, or you can get something on Star Wars for that matter. Just don't get any of the new ones because they're probably not any good. Opinions are like noses. All right. Now, as far as magazines go, now this is kind of a little bit of romance here. So for those of you who don't know, Laurel and I, when we were, we knew each other a little bit, but not much. I kind of let Laurel know that I liked her by giving her a hive tool and a year's subscription to the American Bee Journal. I haven't really read much of bee culture. I'm sure it's good, but I've got tons of American Bee Journal magazines. And, it got me Laurel, so for no other reason, they've been very good for me. Let's get to giving away the smoker. So this, again, is an American-made Dayton smoker. And it's got the shield around the side, a strong stainless steel construction, wooden baffle. It's easy to get replacement parts for this thing. Got the finger shield. I've got 3 of these myself. I think they're the best. They're awesome. Somebody's going to be winning this on March the 24th. All you have to do is leave a comment below. And if you have a beekeeping book that you love, that you think should be left below, please do, because I'm always looking for another beekeeping book to read myself. And, there's just never enough bee books on my shelves. That's just the way I am. But yes, we're going to have all the information you need about maybe getting a free beekeeping book off of Audible in the comments below. We're going to have sources for all these beekeeping books. Again, there's going to be several different locations because some of them you can find at Bee Supplies, some of you can't. Some of them you can get at Amazon for a really good price. And but yeah, as far as the most fundamental, useful for a brand new beekeeper, and for the price, I really like Kelly's book. I think it's great. There's some other ones out there, but this one really is nuts and bolts. The price is good. If you want to take that next step and go a little bit further, I think these are great as well. And understanding, especially this Increase Essentials one, it has a lot of fundamental information in there as well, because bees, they want to swarm. And if they're healthy, they're going to do everything they can to reproduce. It's as natural as a cow having a calf. And I just think that this book right here is going to help you long term become a sustainable beekeeper, because you're taking your colonies and you're splitting them. So we've got all that information. If you have any comments, any suggestions, or questions, leave them below. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks for watching.